Start. Honorable Deputy Chairman, Sir, all states and UTs have been requested to frame rules under the Act and appoint child marriage prohibition officers. Till now, 29 states and UTs have framed rules and 19 of them have appointed prohibition officers, and they are regularly being persuaded for effective implementation of this act. Sir, the challenge of violence against women is huge. We need to find innovative ways to address this issue from both the perspectives of change in the mindset as well as institutional mechanisms that are created by the government at various levels to tackle this problem. Some honorable members pointed out the need for having protection officers to handle cases of violence against women. I would like to inform the August House that I have already requested the Honorable Home Minister to examine the possibility of the appointment of special police officers to function as a bridge between the women affected by violence and the police authorities. Sir, there is a gentleman in the police in Uttar Pradesh who has started an unusual new scheme called SPO. I think he calls them angels and appoints 18 years old women in mohallas and villages, and they have become the bridge between the women affected by violence, especially domestic violence, and the police. Now we have been working with him on trying to have this scheme on an all India basis, and if we are successful we can do it. We do not pay them anything, so there are no financial implications, but we are going to ask him to join us and see whether we can work it out. The only financial implication, of course, is training these women so that they do not misuse their role to become little bullies or take money. But otherwise, I think it is a good idea and it has just been brought to our attention. We have just seen a presentation on this and we will see how we can do it. I also requested each state to take 33% of women as police officers when they do their recruitment. So far, Gujarat is the only state that has done this. Mr. Deputy Chairman, Sir, I am going to try and reply as much as I can in the available time. If I fall short, please forgive me. I will reply to you in detail. Mr. Vice Chairman, Sir, I am very thankful to you for giving me time. Yesterday I wanted to speak, but today I have got the chance. Sir, many thanks to you for giving me a chance, because I am the only person speaking from a state where there is no railway. During the last 150 years from the British period, we had not got any chance of getting or seeing any rail link, but recently from the UPA 1 and UPA 2, this has been started from December 2004. I have already given a copy of the status of the rail project in Manipur, which is a national project. It was given to the railway minister yesterday Sir, Manipur is a small state which is included in 29 states of India. It has got an area of 22,000 square kilometers with a population of around 40 lakh. This area was called as the Jewel of India by late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The tricolor was hoisted on Indian soil in Manipur by the Indian National Army. There is a statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in his uniform. So many historical places are there to be seen. Out of 30 lakh population, maybe 5% have seen the actual train. 95% of the population has never seen a train. Thousands of people have died without seeing a train even after India attained independence around 70 years ago. Sir, I have given these figures to the Honorable Railway Minister and I expect that this would be taken up at the earliest. From the northeast, we are having representation of 8 members in this house. Out of that, 7 members are from Assam and the other 7 states including Manipur, we are having 1 each. Our voice is very less here, but even then, under the program of Look East policy, our voice should be heard by this house. There will be a huge expenditure. Just now, it has been mentioned that 8,000 railway stations in the country, but see, there is not a single railway station for us. My speech is quite different from others because others are speaking about the welfare and benefits and what other works are to be taken up. My request is to complete the scheme which has already taken 11 years within the time specified here. The whole credit shall go to the present government on behalf of 30 lakh population of my state. I would like to say that the Look East policy is necessary for importance of Manipur. Sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to bring to the notice of the Minister that in railways there are 80,000 graduate engineers and diploma engineers. Because of the railway is smoothly working and their work is risky and they work day and night also. They have one organization also, All India Railway Engineers Federation. This organization is not recognized by the railways. They were kept in the labor unions of the railways, but their duties, their way of functioning, their problems are different from the other employees, workers and laborers of the railways. So they have been demanding since decades that they should be given recognition and they should be treated separately from the workers and the laborers. That is one point. And for that also the Railway Safety Review Committee and second Indian National Labour Commission in 2002 have categorically recommended separating engineers from labor trade unions and to give separate recognition to them in view of their nature of duties, responsibilities and mode of recruitment and training. This is my request to the Minister to look into this problem and give this to them so that they will be able to solve their problems and they will be more helpful as they can work properly for the interest of the railways. That is one thing. The second thing is my friend Bhupinder Singh also raised that question. Some districts of Orissa bordering Chhattisgarh and Andhra very backward, and especially the Naxalite movements are very active in those areas. Stop.